Hello everybody and welcome back to Bumbershoot, where we're covering life's chaos with humor and heart. Oh, guess who's back? Rhonda.
Yay, I'm back.
We're all together again.
We're here.
Love it.
Gosh, guys, it's finally my longest week of the year has finally ended.
Yeah.
It's been a great casual week. I wanted to talk about a couple things, but last weekend we celebrated. So we talked about, it wasn't weekend, it was during the week.
Yeah,
it was
midweek.
Tuesday, midweek. So I told you guys it was Tracy's birthday the next day after we recorded. Oh, my voice is scratchy today. I'm a little tired.
Sexy.
Oh, thank you. So Tracy invited us, Rhonda and Joe, and me and Alex. Alex is always invited, but he never goes to anything. To Pajanga for her birthday. It was just a little staycation. So lay by the pool, gamble, we'll go to dinner, gamble, stay the night, lay by the pool again. So I was like, you know what? I don't always ask Alex because he always tells me no. But that time I was like, maybe he'll go because it's a small group and all couples. And so I asked him and he's like, yeah, I'll go. And then I sent him a little broken down itinerary so that he could see all the things, so he could see where he would want to come, because I knew I can kind of say it now, we're opening tasting room, and so we've been renovating, and now he's just been buried in doing all the things, preparing. And then he decided that because I was going to Nashville this weekend that he should go to Thailand with his brother. It's so comparable.
That's fair.
I mean, totally, right?
Not.
I'm going 5 days, he's going 8. Yeah, okay. And he decides to up and leave in the middle of all this stuff.
I didn't even think about that. That is funny.
I'm like, it's so weird, but whatever. Anyway, so...
Did he leave already?
Yeah, he left on Sunday.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, whatever. Sunday was, that was just a couple days ago, so we're back on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought he's probably going to flake out because he said yes, and then he's going to see all the things, and then, or last minute, he's going to say, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. So I sent him the whole itinerary, and he clearly misunderstood me because I was trying to say, here's all the timeline so you can see where you want to jump in, but I didn't say that. I just said so that you can have a clear
choice.
Yeah, whatever. So he responds all defensive. I'm sorry, I have so much to do, and da-da-da-da-da, and I just can't take off 2 days like you can, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's not what I was saying, Alex. All I was trying to do is show you. I knew you weren't going to spend 2 full days.
Pick and choose what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I said, and besides, I'm not the one that's making you go to Thailand for 8 days. You chose to do that. So why, now I got to be punished because you chose to do? So he got the message loud and clear. So he's like, I'll see you at dinner. But I didn't say anything to you guys because what if he flaked? Yeah. So then at dinner, I said, are you almost here? Because then he was late. He's late all the time. But I was like, maybe he decided he's not coming, or he got busy or whatever. So I looked down, he's like, yeah, pulling in. Where are you guys? So then I looked at Tracy. I was like,
yeah,
we could share the oysters.
Yeah, I knew there was a chance he was coming. So
I
made a reservation for 6 people just in case.
Well, and then my mom got me the hotel room, so it was
if she wanted to join.
I thought she was going to come, not Alex.
No, she
was having fun.
She was gambling.
But it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I was so really
was.
He came.
Yeah, so you guys, out there in podcast land, Alex doesn't, I think you kind of know that Alex doesn't really spend a lot of time with me and my friends, and definitely doesn't know everybody intimately. So you guys got a sit down with him.
No, I felt really special.
Conversation.
I did too. I was so glad he came.
Me
so
too.
we had a Bumbershoot triple date.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And I was so happy for you. You guys were so cute.
And he really had a good time. He genuinely enjoyed himself. He drank more than he does.
Yeah.
So when we were walking back so we got tired. We both were we were turning in, not for the reasons you think, although it was a nice little getaway.
Okay, Charity.
But we were turning in because we were both tired, and he saw an opportunity. He wasn't at the restaurants, and so we can go sleep.
Yeah.
And we were walking down the hall, and he kept kind of like walking into the wall. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, wow, I'm drunk. I didn't realize I was drunk. And when he added it up, I think he had like 6 glasses of wine.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And a martini.
Yeah, because we gambled after,
Yeah.
and he gambled a little bit.
Or maybe it was 4.
Did he
Yeah,
gamble?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe it was 4 glasses of wine and a martini, but that's a full bottle.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was a little bit like, he doesn't get like that.
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
Yeah,
I
I've
was
never
cracking
seen
up.
him get like that.
That's fun on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it was. That's really our weekend, like
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, whatever. Those are our weekend nights. So anyways, that was fun. Thanks for the
Yeah.
opportunity.
I'm glad
Yes.
you guys could come because, like we just said, like weekends are when people are off of work. So I know, like Jeremy, Joe,
Yep.
Alex. I mean, you came and went because you had meetings to charity, but like I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and Rhonda because we're off all summer. So we can do anything, any day, anytime.
I know.
My
Yeah.
nickname is Summertime Rhonda right now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me for that.
Went from restaurant Rhonda to summertime. Rhonda. Well, yeah. Now it's a flip flopped because I have a very flexible schedule, but I do
Yes.
try to be in the office at least in the mornings.
Yeah.
Which helps. Rhonda doesn't. She's not an early bird, so
Definitely not an early
buys me a
bird.
little time in the morning before you guys want to do the beach or the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, that was special. Then over the weekend, Father's Day, all the guys, did they have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, we just did a brunch. Jeremy's kind of sick. He's a little under the
Oh
weather.
yeah, he was.
Well, we had the graduation party
Yeah. Oh yeah.
together
yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, very low key.
Yeah.
I think it was fine. I don't know.
Well,
Same
and-
for us. We just stayed home and relaxed and didn't do much.
Well,
Really.
we came off of Stone's party, which I left right after you guys,
Oh, you
Tracy.
did?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Rhonda got stuck there.
Oh, what time did you? I got home at 11.
I was 11:30.
I finally got Joe to leave probably around 1-ish, I want to say. And I was so tired. I was like,
Yeah,
please,
it
let's go. I'm tired.
Well, I'm gonna get. You know me. I'm very much an open book and very transparent. But I don't know if you guys knew, but apparently watermelon. This is a tip for the world. Do you know watermelon juice can be a cleanser?
I knew. Yeah.
Did you know that happened to me that day?
Yes, you
No.
told. Yes.
Okay.
I got that.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
drink
like-
watermelon juice all the time. And I buy the pure juice from the store.
Yeah.
And they
Like
come
at
in the
Aaron's, they
bottles.
juice it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. And I love it. I love watermelon flavor.
Me too.
You
Me
know
too.
that.
Yeah, I love that.
And then it's hydrating, more hydrating than water. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be a long day. It was like in the 90s. I went and watched them play softball, and then we had a whole party. And last year we had so much fun, hung out all night. Had some seltzers. So I thought, let me hydrate. So I was pounding the watermelon juice before I ever. And then my next plan was to add watermelon vodka to it. But I didn't even get to that point. And I looked at Chris Kerr, and I was like, oh, I'm making this face. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm holding my stomach. I go,
Squeezing.
my stomach's cramping. And he goes, what'd you eat? And I said, I didn't really eat anything. I had a sandwich like 4 hours ago. And then I just had some of the 7-layer dip that Heather had made. But I didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And so and then I go, I'll be right back.
Oh,
and he's
no.
like, so I left and I was gone for a little while. And then I came out and Pearl's like hustling to
Yeah.
the house. And I go, hi. And she goes, Chris sent me to see you. He thinks maybe your appendix was bursting. And I'm like, well, that's a little extreme, but that's very sweet of him to be concerned. But no, but he was so worried that like my face and the pain where I was holding my stomach. He was like, something's really, he looked at me, he's like, that's not normal. And before I took off. So he went right to like
The worst.
the worst, yeah. And so I looked at her and I go, no, I'm fine now. And she goes, oh. She goes, well, what did you eat? And I said, so I told her and she goes, oh, and I said, and I've been like drinking, I'm super hydrated. I drank all this watermelon juice. And she looks at me with like bug eyes and she's like, you've been drinking watermelon juice? And I go, yeah. She goes, oh, honey, that's why.
Yeah.
And I go, nuh-uh. She's like, yeah. I go, wait, I never heard that before. They drink that all the time. But I don't pound it. Like I'm not.
Drink too much of it.
I drank too much of it. And so I come
didn't know
out
that.
and I'm like, I'm fine, everyone,
Yeah.
I'm fine. And so I tell the table that I'm sitting at, there's some people I know really well and some people I don't know really well. And they're like, yeah, I heard that. And then the one gal I didn't know very well, she's like, yeah, I watched this movie called Cheer. And one of the girls on there was doing a watermelon cleanse.
Oh. Interesting. I didn't know that.
And I was like, wow. So then I go, oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. I left again.
No.
Yes.
Well, you came up to me, I don't know, when I first got there, and you're like, ooh, my stomach. And it might have been like the beginning. Before you even talked to Chris. And
I didn't remember that.
What'd you eat? And you told me watermelon. I'm like, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, did you say that out loud?
Yes. And then you must have gone and talked to Chris, because I think it was just the early beginning before you were really feeling it. And you're like, oh, I'm like, oh, you better get in the house.
How long did it last?
All night.
Well, actually, I did. After the second time I visited the house, I thought I was fine the first time, and then the second time I was like, okay, I guess not. And so then I just didn't do anything. I didn't drink or eat anything.
Yeah.
And then it was about I don't know, probably 2 hours later that when I was sitting with Chrislyn, she doesn't drink a lot, and she went and got a White Claw, and she got me one. I don't know where I went. I got up to do something. I came back and there was one on my chair. She goes, I don't know if you want it, and I'm not even sure if you could if you could handle it. And I said, well, maybe the bubbles will help.
Yeah.
So I kind of sipped on it, and I was fine, but that's all I had. I was like, I'm not doing anything else today.
Yeah.
So anyway, I told her daughter later, her older, the 18-year-old, I said, Brooklyn, I just want to pass this tip along because it took me till 52 to know this.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you now at 18 years old so it doesn't happen to you.
That's so sweet of you.
Don't drink too much watermelon juice.
That's a good lesson. You learn something new every day,
I
don't
know,
you?
right?
Yep.
It's good. Watermelon's good to eat when you're hungover, because it hydrates you. That's what I always
I
eat.
never thought about that.
Well, and they say eating it, I don't know that drinking
Right.
it. Eating it is more hydrating than water
Yes.
because it goes down slower, I think, and stays in your system longer.
Maybe there's just like I don't know if any of the like sweetness has anything to do with it too, like something else that's in watermelon besides just the hydration. I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's some great tips. I think that
I think so
wanted
too.
to share that today.
Yeah, thank you for
and
sharing
let
that.
everyone that I know it's a little embarrassing to hear that kind of thing. And,
It happens
you
to
know,
everyone.
I mean, it's a good lesson though. Like it's something good to know.
I think so.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, you're welcome, you guys. Just remember me when you eat watermelons, everybody. I'll never look at watermelon the same again.
Right?
Okay, you guys. The other day, well, yesterday, no, 2 days ago. It was Sunday afternoon. I was by myself.
How was your father? We didn't ask you what you guys do because you have your daddy and your husband.
Well, Brandy and the girls and Dan stayed the night, so we all went to brunch at Bottega, or
nice.
breakfast, I guess, 9:30. And Alex was leaving for the airport with Loretto, so we didn't really do anything. And he has, so in Italy, Mother's Day is the same day as here, but Father's Day is a different day.
Oh,
So he kind of like more celebrates the Italian Father's Day.
that makes sense.
And we've been in Italy every year for the last like 4 or 5 years in June. So we say Happy Father's Day, but we haven't really like celebrated it in a long time.
What day is Father's Day in Italy?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I
sorry.
don't remember. I can't remember what day it is, but Mimi always says it first because it's 9 hours ahead, so we never forget it.
Yeah.
But so he wasn't really all about Father's Day. He went down to breakfast as well, so we all visited. And Luca had a hard time rallying, but he ended up coming after Alex left because my dad saw him in passing in the house.
He had fun at the party.
He had a lot of fun at the party.
He looked like he was having a good time.
Yeah, he did. He gets there and he goes, "No, I'm not hungry. No, I can't eat anything." And I go, "You want a Bloody Mary?" He's like, "Yeah." So he sipped on a Bloody Mary. I think it helped. And he goes, afterwards, Jason called me and said, "Come over to Penfolds." And I think, I thought it was going to be his whole family because it's Father's Day. So I was like, okay, y'all come over. And then Luca goes, I can't go there. I'm going home, going to bed. I said, okay, that's fine. And then my dad went home with Brandy. I totally forgot that. So I was planning to take him down to the beach, have dinner, all the things. So then I remembered when we were all there. So he left with Brandy. Alex left to the airport. Luca went home. So I'm like, I'll go hang with the Tuckers. So I get over there and it's just Jason and all his adult friends. And I was like, oh, hi. And I know them all. So I sat down and I'm like, where's your family? He goes, oh, they're all still sleeping and Heather's cleaning up. I can't stay long. I got to go help clean up. I go, yeah. But he had something to do in the morning. So he goes, well, this is my Father's Day breakfast. I go, you'll probably get Father's Day dinner. So that was fun, hung out with them. And then I went home and I was like, I kept thinking to myself, this went through my head every single like half hour. I'd be like, oh, I should see if anybody wants to go to dinner tonight because I'm just like all alone, and like, oh, it's Father's Day. And then it would come into my head again, oh, I should see if anyone wants to go to dinner. I swear I'm like freaking Pete and repeat or like forgetful Jill. 10-second Tom. Yeah. One of Jason's friends, Tony, calls me 10-second Charity because I met him. You know, you meet someone for the first time.
Yes.
Then after that, you don't meet them again.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But Tony, for 20 years, I met him every time I saw him. I would introduce myself and he'd say, Charity, I know you. I've met you several times. So it got to be a joke with us once it registered after 20 years. Then I started like realizing it probably 5 years ago. God bless you.
Bless you.
So I'm like, maybe you're just forgetful, Tony. I don't know. And so I started calling him the guy that's easy to forget, and he calls me 10-second Charity. But I'm pretty sure his nickname for me is way more accurate. So here I am for 2 hours thinking through, I should ask someone to go to dinner. But as I'm at home, well, I'll tell you about what I was watching because I want to talk about that in a minute. But Christian Kretz, Logan and Andrew's best friend, he's moving to Texas to play football for A&M Kingsville. Yeah. So he leaves the 1st of July. So this is the last time I'll see him before he leaves. So I had texted him, don't leave without saying goodbye, although I did the night before because I dipped from the party. Christian and Joe and Jason, everybody was in the bunkhouse, and I thought, if I go in there, I'm never getting out of here. Right. So I didn't say goodbye, and so Christian's like, you didn't say goodbye last night? And Andrew's like, yeah, what's up with that? I go, sorry guys, I had to dip. But I said, Christian, make sure I see you before you leave. So it was so cute. He texts me in the middle of the day, and he's like, hey Charity, do you want to go to lunch or something dinner before I leave?
That is so sweet.
And I said, yeah, I would love that. And so he's like, okay, I'll text you. We're going to go in the pool, but I'll text Andrew and I are going in the pool. I'll text you when we're done. I go, sounds great. And so I was like, oh, I have a dinner date after all. So anyway, I did go out with the boys. I said, where do you guys want to go? I'm over by the mall. And then Andrew's like, Bottega. And I'm like, okay, sure. So we head over there. And as I'm driving over there, I'm like, oh, I know why Andrew wants to go to Bottega for dinner. He might like the hostess. So anyway, that was fun. It was really sweet to hang with them and have dinner with them. But anyways, before I did that, I was home. And my mom... My cousin Kristen, she works with autistic kids, as do you guys a lot of times, right? Like in your classrooms and some of your kids are.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if you guys have heard of this Netflix series called Love on the Spectrum.
Oh yes, I watched it.
Oh, you guys watched it? Okay.
Yes.
So they told my Kristen and my mom and my aunt, I don't know, they found it a long time ago and told me about it, and I tried to watch it. And the first season, I couldn't get into it. I don't know why, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was the characters. I don't know what it was. But Love on the Spectrum, for those of you that are listening and don't know, it's about autistic adults
dating.
They go and they do this speed dating as non-autistic adults would do, and they decide who they want to go on a date with, and then the whole series is about autistic adults dating.
Yeah, trying to find love.
Yeah, trying to find love. And so it's a darling concept, but I couldn't get into it. So I was sitting there on Sunday, and I'm flipping through, and I've watched all the series that look interesting, the movies that are out, and I'm like, I'm going to give it another try. So I don't know how, it was just on season 3. Mm-hmm. And so I started watching season 3, and I couldn't stop watching it. I watched the whole season.
You did?
In one day.
I did that.
Yes.
It's adorable.
It is adorable. And I cried a couple times because it's so sweet. And sometimes, I feel like there's 2 reasons I wanted to bring it up. One, because I recommend you watch it, and maybe you'll be like me. And I don't know what the second one was like, but the third one was really, I got into it. So I would recommend, if you can't get into the first one, then skip to the third one. But also, I feel like it's so, I was watching it going, some of these autistic adults, you can tell, but you can't totally tell.
No, yeah.
So, and I'm thinking of Maddie specifically. She's very like high functioning. She lives on her own. She's involved at her church. But she has all these behaviors that if you saw her out with her American Girl dolls, you'd be like, why is this adult holding these American Girl dolls? Yeah. And you learn so much about their sensory needs and the things that comfort them and how they find ability to function in the world that isn't mid for them. And that's what I was really like tuning into those things, how I'm an open book, as you know, and I'm honest. I will see an adult, and if I saw an adult carrying dolls, I think I would have automatically assumed, but my brain is kind of judging them right off the bat, that's weird, and why is she doing that?
Was she the one that went on a date on a boat with her boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
She ends up with the country boy.
Yes, and he's adorable. He's so high functioning.
He is.
That you would just think he was kind of off.
What do you say? He's a DJ?
Yes.
So I watch them all. I love them. I work with special needs adults. And so I can kind of like see some of the stuff, but they're just so honest.
Yes.
It's so cute. But if you watch, if you go back to even the second season, a lot of the cast carries over to the third season.
That's what I assumed.
Then you get to see, I can't remember the names, the ones that love animals. And they've been together for 2 years, but you see them get together in the second one.
Oh.
The girl that Chardonnay.
She wrote the song for her.
She's funny.
3 years they've been together.
They're so cute.
I love that they're not judgy.
Yeah, so second series, I believe that's where they get together. So some of the cast carries.
Yeah,
like Adon that was in the third one. The girl he was dating, she was more the focus. She's from LA, and she has
and they met the first season, didn't they?
I don't remember if it was first. I feel like it was also second season.
Oh, maybe.
But the focus was more on her than on him, and this time the focus was more on him, and she wasn't.
That was an interesting.
And his dad's a politician, right?
Oh,
in California. I don't know. Yeah, I think something like that, or a higher up.
Oh.
Something or other.
That was an interesting interaction to watch, and how they ended up breaking up.
Yeah.
And what they broke up over.
Yes.
And that was like a normal relationship situation.
Totally.
That happens for people.
But just being so, when it was focused on her, I can't remember her name, but she was very sexually
Danny. Yeah.
She wanted
very sexually focused.
Some action.
She did.
And Adon was very innocent and
he couldn't even kiss normal.
No.
Yeah.
He was like, thank you for teaching me how to kiss, but you could still see his complete and utter awkwardness and barely able to really pucker.
The open and honesty is just the best part.
It is.
They say stuff that not everyone would talk about on the camera, especially. It's such a cute show.
Well, and the little the longer curly haired guy that's in his 40s.
He was in it last time too.
Oh, okay.
The stuff he says, oh God. I mean, I roll it's so cute.
He gets so mad at his dad.
They have to be special for just a girl.
Yes.
It should be special. I mean,
and then he does a smile at the end.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
It's great. It's a great.
And his mom got teary-eyed because the second time he went to the speed dating, he didn't find anybody. Yeah. He wasn't a match. But then this girl he met online came to his birthday party. It is the cutest interaction,
so cute.
And then they're still together.
Is he the one that sits around the fire pit?
Yes.
The dad that lit the fire for him, and it was super hot.
Yeah.
And he gets all frustrated, and he's like, oh, it's just the cutest, and it's he found his perfect match in her.
He did.
She's all into the what is the mid
what is it called?
What's that called? Medieval stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, there's really somebody for everyone.
There really is.
It makes me so happy.
Me too.
I just
love
love
that
it.
part.
I would encourage people to watch it. I will tell you that my aunt, my mom, and my cousin, they were like, but you just got to give it a chance. I kept going, no.
Yeah.
I didn't connect at first, but now that I've watched this one, I'll probably go back and watch 2.
I think you should for sure watch 2, just because you'll know some of the cast in it, and then you'll get some of the like a little more background. And then like for me, because I watched the second one, you can really see them evolve and like their dating skills. In the third one.
What about there's the 2 guys that I absolutely love. The one whose family's like from back east, like they look Italian. I don't know if they're Italian.
Is it Connor? Wait.
And his girlfriend, she's the sweetest. The one where the rain, when they went out in the rain.
I think his name's Connor, and he talks very formally.
Yes.
Oh, they're so
Does he work at the restaurant?
No.
No.
That
I love
might be
that
Connor
guy.
that work. I can't remember his name, but the guy.
And he works with his sister. His sister works as a waitress or something, and he cleans the windows.
That's the blonde guy.
He talks a lot.
Yes,
that's
he
the
talks a lot.
And he like has the best smile.
Yes.
And his mom, you can see like his mom's so cute too. They surprised him with somebody on a show. They surprised him with his favorite, I don't know, celebrity, and it was so cute. Maybe was it Jack Black? I don't know.
Probably so overwhelming.
Yes.
Does he like Jack Black?
Yeah.
So I saw, before I'd watched the show, I saw, and it was so cute, and how he talks so fast and so like matter of fact.
Yes.
And he like always
His
repeats like
facials,
what
I just
you,
love 'em.
yeah, like do you love my
facials?
facials?
Me like smile.
Yes.
As I'm watching it, I have like hugest smile, like this big.
He
I'm
has
so
the best
happy.
energy.
Yes. So cute.
But then the other kid that has the brother and the sister, and they all live at home, and they're gonna build him
And he's kind of
he's the oldest.
sassy to his mom.
Yes, and he's like, when I give you the look.
Oh yeah.
When he had his girlfriend over for lunch.
So when he kissed her the first time, is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
And he's like, I can't feel my leg.
Yes, and then he was like, and she goes, "You're okay." She is just a doll. Like,
Yes.
they are so
And so calm.
cute. Yes, she.
Very calm and sweet. And
She's
just-
perfect balance
yes,
for him. They need to
yes.
get married. Anyway, so I hope you guys like are excited to watch now that
I need to
we
go
talked
back and
about
finish.
it. Yeah, I
That's
just thought it was so
good.
cute. So that was like something I wanted to talk about today, and I was like, this is gonna be a short one because we didn't have a ton of time, but that was something I was like, you know what, this is some good material. And so I wanted
3
to
out
talk
of 3
about it.
recommend watching it. So
Yeah,
Do it. Gotta
exactly.
watch it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch the second series.
Yes.
It's called a series, and then each one's an episode.
Yeah.
I'm also watching What If with Renee Zellweger.
I've
Oh.
That's a series.
Really?
heard that, but I haven't.
You guys, okay, so remember we met Renee at Gourmet Italia
Yes.
when she was there that night?
I wish I could have met her.
She's very sweet, but she's very
I would've
shy.
been so starstruck.
She's so shy. But anyways, she is the star of this Netflix series, What If? And it's kind of like for love or money. And it's suspenseful and mind manipulating, and it's really good.
So you recommend?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I'm looking for something.
It's totally like, I mean, nothing like Love on the Spectrum.
Wait, what'd you say?
You're not getting feel goods after it.
Netflix?
I think it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm very, very into that right now. Like, can't
Okay.
wait to get home and watch more of it.
Good. That's what I want.
It's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Would like Jeremy like watching it with me? Is it like something we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he might want to skip. I'm not into, I will not sit through a love scene unless I'm in the movie theater because I can't jump ahead, but I don't need to see, and you'll see what I mean. There's something, it's not full, but there's some things I just skip over.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
do
the
the
content
same.
isn't
I do
as
too.
important.
I don't really.
So I skip over a couple things in it, but all in all, I love it. I'm enjoying it, and it's so good, and I can't wait to see like how it plays out. It's really
How
good.
many episodes?
I don't know. I don't look ahead.
I'm watching Love is Blind right now, and there's literally
just
like
started
it.
30
Love
like
it.
episodes. It's just so
Yeah, but it's
long.
so good. I skip all the like
The beginning.
initials. Yeah,
I hate the beginning
You don't
parts.
need all of them. Like you just gotta find out who they really connect with, and then
Yes.
from there it's
Right.
Yes.
good to
Same.
follow it.
Same.
But it is fun.
It is fun.
Allison got me watching Love Island.
Oh yeah.
I'm not totally hardcore dedicated to it, but I'll pop it on sometimes, and
I've
if I
been
like the
watching it
cast,
'cause
I'll watch
last season I loved it, and this season I do not. So I'm kind of like,
it. Yeah.
Which one? Oh,
Love Island.
Love Island. Okay. I haven't seen that one.
Liz told me another one that's good that I haven't watched, but Longest Third Date. It's
Oh.
like this couple met and they go on a third date, and there's like cheap flights to I don't know where, like Costa Rica
yes.
or something, and then COVID shut down everything and
Yes.
they couldn't get back, so they ended up being stuck together for a really long time. So I want to watch.
Yes, I
wanna
saw
watch
that.
Is it a movie or?
It's a
No,
like
it's kind of like a
documentary.
Oh, okay.
Or like a recap of what I mean. If I don't, they talk
took
through
video
it.
and stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that one too.
That looks interesting. I haven't watched it yet, but that does look interesting. Well, and on back to the main channels, Bachelor in Paradise is coming out.
Oh.
That's my guilty pleasure is
Yeah,
the Bachelor
yeah,
series.
yeah.
But if you watch, so this is how Chris and Tammy got hooked. They watched Paradise first. Even though you don't know the characters,
Yeah, you're supposed to
it's
watch
still
Bachelor
it's still
or
fun.
Bachelorette first.
And then do you know they have a Golden Bachelor, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So they're doing Golden Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh.
So all the old people.
Oh man.
You think it would be gross and creepy, because that's what I thought. I don't want to see a bunch of older people making out and stuff. But it's, you know what I like about the Golden Bachelor better than the regular Bachelor is that the Golden Bachelor, they all lift each other up and support each other.
I saw
Probably more respectful to each other.
Yeah, but it's not as
and
dramatic
they're
at all.
honest, and they've been through a lot.
Yes.
And I watched Golden Bachelor. I really thought it was cute.
It and the guys were like, for the girl, they were like encouraging each other. Hey, you're going on your date, and it was like, go buddy, and high fiving, instead of like all the girls on the Real Bachelor that sit there and they're like,
Cutthroat.
I don't know why you picked her, not me.
Yeah, I'm better looking.
Yeah, but I still like, it's my guilty pleasure because I could never do it, and I don't know any of those kind of girls, so it's kind of like where I just get my little
Yeah.
dumb fix. Yep. Okay. So you've learned a lot about us today, but a lot about me, honestly. Watermelon
Just
cleanse.
drinks and watermelon.
I skip all the love scenes, and Bachelor is my guilty pleasure. All right, you guys. Well, that's not all. We'll be back next week, and next week I'm gonna be in Georgia with Gina, so I'll be doing a podcast from there, and then we'll be back the following week.
Can't
so
wait to hear.
I know it'll be fun.
and Gina.
I'm just gonna film it or record it on my phone and
Yeah.
not bring everything.
Yeah.
So
Don't
yeah,
unhook us.
yeah, because we're trying to dial back. We must have bumped something, and
We don't know.
it's not as clear sounding as it was for a while there. So
Hopefully it sounds better today.
yeah, I think we might have got it. I'm not touching anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not good enough, then 2 Mondays from now, I'll come in at 9 o'clock and get it dialed in for 10. All right, you guys, have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for listening, and check us out on Instagram, Bumbershoot Charity. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.